Hiya, and welcome to the James Oliver Guitar Channel, and this is part 21 of the vinyl albums that inspire me / bands and artists I love. So this is the 21st episode. That means I would have shown 220 different albums by the end of this. Again, we got a mixed bag, so we got another 20 albums. So let's crack on. I only said 20 albums, eh? The first one up, this is a cool one. This is Reverend Orton Heat, live at the Fillmore. Reverend Orton Heat, of course, is a great rockabilly, psychobilly guitarist. His real name is Jim Heath. Jimbo on the bass. Some crackers on this, Psychobilly Freak Out, Big Red Rocket of Love, I'm Mad, $400, Big Little Baby, Baddest of the Bad. Excellent. Great psychobilly, rockabilly, rock and roll stuff. And this is from 2012 on Yep Rock Records. So there you are, that's the Reverend Orton Heat. I've showed this stuff before. Up next, the brilliant guitar sounds of Santo and Johnny. Of course, Santo and Johnny are famous for the instrumental tune Sleepwalk. And they also released another single in the UK on Parlophone called Teardrop. This has got stuff on it like Spanish Eyes, Help Me, Bird Paradise, Who Can I Turn To? Just beautiful lap steel and instrumentals with wonderful guitar accompaniment. Definitely worth checking out Santo and Johnny. They got a lot, Sleepwalk is brilliant, but they got a lot more material than just Sleepwalk. So this is the brilliant guitar sounds of Santo and Johnny, and I think it's on the Liberty label, I believe, the American. No, it's on the LR label, sorry. So there we are, that's Santo and Johnny. Definitely worth a look. Up next, this is Hank Williams as Luke the Drifter. Of course, Luke the Drifter was Hank's sort of alter ego when he sang his saddest songs. So there's some real sad country stuff on here. The Funeral, Beyond the Sunset, Men with Broken Hearts. Because, of course, Hank, is known for songs like Hey, Good Looking, and My Bucket's Got a Hole in It. And so I think Luke the Drifter was sort of his, as I say, alter ego to play the sadder country songs that he does. Because you've got to have sad songs in country as well as happy ones. So there you are, that's Hank Williams as Luke the Drifter on MGM. Of course, he recorded for MGM for his whole career. Up next, a bit of psychedelic rock. This is the Quicksilver Messenger Service, Happy Trails. Of course, John Cipollina's on this. Were recorded with one of my favourite bands, the Man Band. Of course, John Cipollina's guitar is on the cover of Maximum Darkness. Now, what's great about this album, they do Bo Diddley's Who'd You Love? They do Bo Diddley's Mona. And Who'd You Love is in 2 parts. Quite a psychedelic jam. This is on what label is this one on? Capitol, American Capitol. And that's the Quicksilver Messenger Service, psychedelic, bluesy rock. Even though looking at the cover, you'd think it was a country album. And in fact, I found that in the country music section of a record shop, which I thought was quite funny. Up next then, Stevie Ray Vaughan's first album, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, Texas Flood. Pride and Joy, Texas Flood, Love Struck Baby, Rude Mood, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Lenny. Wonderful guitar playing. This is his first album. It's quite 80s sounding, really, but just sublime. Definitely worth checking out. Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan. More guitar players, because why not? This is the Ry Cooder album, Into the Purple Valley. Billy the Kid, he plays his mandolin on that one. On the Monday, of course, Johnny Cash, Hay Porter, of course, Johnny Cash, Woody Guthrie's Vigilante Man. That clip on the Old Grey Whistle Test of him playing his Martin D45 on that is fantastic. So, there's Ry Cooder and his wife in the car on the back and on the front. And, of course, Ry recorded from Reprise Records, and this is Into the Purple Valley. Richard Thompson next. This is the Richard Thompson album, Mirror Blue. This has got my MGB GT as a runaround on it. Beeswing, Mascara Tears, This one and Rumour and Sigh are the ones for me. I also love the cover. There's like a toy Richard Thompson on the front. And I mean, it's worth getting just for Beeswing alone. Absolutely fantastic Richard Thompson. You know, he shows off his acoustic guitar playing prowess as well as his electric guitar playing. And of course, what a wonderful songwriter he is. Up next then we got some blues rock. This is Pato's first album. Self-titled. Of course. On the Vertigo label. Pato, of course, features Ollie Hassel on guitar, Mike Pato on vocals, John Hazley on drums, Clive Griffiths on bass. My favourite track on this is Red Glow. It's got stuff on it like Moneybag, The Man. Brilliant record. And of course, it's on the Vertigo label. It's a Vertigo Swirl, as you can see, which is pretty cool. I did show Hold Your Fire back a few episodes ago. So now I've acquired the first Pato album, which I've been looking for ages. I thought, why not show this one? What a guitar player. Ollie Hassel is unbelievable, playing his SG, Les Paul SG Custom with the free pickups, and plays the vibes as well. Up next, a band from around the same time. This is Mick Abraham's band, Blodwyn Pig, Where the Head Rings Out. This is, of course, on the Island label. Mick Abrahams was originally in Jethro Tull, of course. And he's on the first Jethro Tull album, this was. And this is Blodwyn Pig. I love the cover. Of course, with the pig and the tail on the back. I'm not sure which press this is, because there's different Island labels, as the collectors among you know. This is a later press. I think this came out originally with the I label. But anyway, great Blodwyn Pig. Also check out the first Jethro Tull album this was. There's a song they called Cat Squirrel. Cream also did it. And I can't think off the top of my head which blues man originally recorded it. But I love that. There's some really good footage of Mick Abrahams in later life on YouTube as well, playing Cat Squirrel. So that's cool. Up next, some real blues. Otis Rush, Right Place, Wrong Time. Natural Born, I Wonder Why. Lonely Man, Three Times a Fool, Rainy Night in Georgia. Otis Rush, fabulous, left-handed guitar player. 5-star guitars. I think he might have played an Epiphone Riviera at one point, or something like that. If you know, comment below. This is a reissue on Ed Sell of his classic blues album. I'd like to get the first press of this one day. The great Otis Rush. Bit of Tom Petty next. This, of course, is his famous album, Damn the Torpedoes. Every song is a winner. Refugee, Here Comes My Girl, Even the Losers. Shadow of Doubt, Century City, Don't Do Me Like That, You Tell Me, Louisiana Rain. The man just wrote incredible songs. The Heartbreakers are an incredible band, and this is a classic record. Mike Campbell is definitely worth following on Facebook, because he posts videos of him playing all the classic guitars that he played on the Tom Petty albums, and he's even got that Rickenbacker there, which he did a video on the other week. So there we are, this Tom Petty, Damn the Torpedoes. And in the same sort of vein, Bob Dylan's Blood on the Tracks. Tangled Up in Blue, Simple Twist of Fate, Buckets of Rain, 70s Dylan, classic album. You know, I've talked about my favourite Dylan albums being Highway 61 and Love and Theft, etc. But it changes every week, and this week, Blood on the Tracks is my favourite record by Dylan, so I thought I'd show it on the vinyl video. Then when I do one next week, I might show Time Out of Mind, you never know. Back to the blues for a minute again. This is Eddie Boyd and his blues band, which features Peter Green. This was recorded on Decca. Of course, produced by the great Mike Vernon. Two Bad Blues, Dust My Broom, Key to the Highway, Ain't Doing Too Bad, Blue Coat Man, Pine Tops, Boogie Woogie. Of course, Eddie Boyd, class piano player. He also released a single with Fleetwood Mac on the Blue Horizon label, Of course, Mike Vernon was working for Decca before he started the Blue Horizon label, and this is why this one is on Decca, and it's from 1967. So there we have it, Eddie Boyd. Modern blues now. This is a national resonator player called Charlie Parr. I got into Charlie Parr from my friend Danny. He goes out as Big Joe Bone. He told me about Charlie Parr. And this is the Stump Jumper album. Empty Out My Pockets, Falcon, Over the Red Cedar, Stump Jumper, Tempest River Blues. He's a national resonator player, finger picker, quite folky, bluesy singer-songwriter. My favourite record by him is Cheap Wine, but I haven't got Cheap Wine on vinyl, so I showed this one instead because I wanted to show some Charlie Parr. So there we have it, there's old Charlie Parr. This is a Mark Knopfler album, Shangri-La. Probably my favourite Mark Knopfler album, Boom Like That, which is of course about the bloke who created McDonald's, 5:15 AM, Sucker Row, Song for Sonny Liston, which is about the boxer Sonny Liston. I love this album, so I thought why not show it. It's also a cool cover with our slot machine. I think it's from around 2003, 2004. Don't Crash the Album is a great song about Lonnie Donegan called Donegan's Gone. Really nice slide playing on there. Shangri-La by Mark Knopfler. The Barnum Alligators, Life in the Bus Lane, Geraint Watkins, of course. Stuff on here like Cajun Walk, It's My Own Business, Rockin' Sydney's Fine, 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 Big Mamoo. Geraint Watkins, Rod McKidd, Jerry Rickard, Pete Dennis and Kieran O'Connor. The Barnum Alligators, this is the Life in the Bus Lane album from 1988. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm a huge Geraint Watkins fan. So, the more Barnum Alligators and Geraint Watkins I show, the better, I think. Blues Rock, The Electric Flag, which is of course Mike Bloomfield. And Buddy Miles on drums. Blues Rock, Soul, from the early 70s. Bloomfield did. He left the Butterfield Blues Band and there's stuff on there like Killing Floor, You Don't Realise, which is dedicated to Steve Cropper and Otis Red and Easy Rider. Bloomfield playing his Gibson Les Paul Burst, which you can vaguely see on the cover. The Electric Flag, definitely worth checking out. Love Mike Bloomfield's guitar playing, absolutely superb. And again, we got some more Richard Thompson, really. This is Fairport Convention, what we did on our holidays. Of course, on the Island label, Mr. Lacey's on this. Nottingham Town, and of course, Meet on the Ledge. One of Richard's greatest songs, in my opinion. This is on the Pink Island as well. And you can see Richard Thompson on the back there playing his Les Paul, which is quite strange considering he's a Strat man, really, isn't he, through and through? But there's some really good footage from around this time on the Richard Thompson documentary Solitary Life, which is worth checking out. But I mean, it's worth buying this just for Meet on the Ledge. What a beautiful song. Sandy Denny sings it absolutely stupendously. Brilliant. Only a couple more to go. This is Wilko Johnson and Roger Daltrey going back home, of course, when Wilko was sadly diagnosed with that terrible cancer, which he luckily recovered from. He made this album with Roger Daltrey doing classic songs he wrote, like Going Back Home, I Saw on the Motorway, Keep It to Yourself. He does Bob Dylan's Can You Please Crawl Out My Window. He does Sneaking Suspicion, Some Kind of Hero, All Through the City. No More What Roy on bass. Dylan Howe on drums. The classic Wilko Johnson band with the great vocals of Roger Daltrey, and that's the Going Back Home album. You can get this really cheap now, and it's definitely worth checking out. It's a really good album if you like pub rock, Wilko and the Who. And last but not least, sadly this guy passed away recently. This is Jerry Jeff Walker, and this is his self-titled album called Jerry Jeff Walker. There's stuff on here like Hill Country Rain. He does Guy Clark's LA Freeway on this, which is wonderful. He does a wonderful version of LA Freeway. When I Had You, Moonchild. Not the Rory Gallagher Moonchild. Different song. This is on the MCA label, as you can see. Underrated singer-songwriter, Jerry Jeff, I think. Doesn't get bags of credit like his peers, but definitely worth checking out, Jerry Jeff Walker. So there we are. There's my 20 choices for this week. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers!